In 1832, a man by the name of Juan Godoy found the absolute mother lode of a silver outcrop in Chile. Now, the finding of this outcrop led Chile's mining operations to grow exponentially, insanely. It made silver mining one of the most valuable assets to the country at the time. Now, silver and gold rushers throughout history, they're nothing special, they're nothing that fancy, they're pretty ordinary all things considered. But it's the fact that a legendary creature led our dear Juan to this silver outcrop that makes this case an outlier. Hey guys, I'm the Rat Man, and today we're going to be talking about the Alicanto. Now, Juan Godoy was born in the 1800s. He was a sort of jack of all trades, it seems like. He worked with his mother at their farm. He was a goat herder, a farmer, but he also did woodworking and mining. Specifically, he operated explosives drilling. Now, one day, Juan went out to go hunt some guanacos, which are these, like, camel llama looking things that just exist in South America. I guess they go hunt them. And so he was out hunting these guanacos when he saw a faint glow off in the distance. He knew that this wasn't just any ordinary glow. This was the glow of the Alicanto. Now, all of this is according to folklore. Some people also say that his mother told him where the silver deposit was on her deathbed, which is interesting. Some people say that he just stumbled upon it himself one day, but, you know, it was definitely the Alicanto. Now, the Alicanto willfully led Juan to this silver rush outcrop, which is kind of like, it's of importance. It actually means something that it willfully led him here, which we will get into in just a minute. Now, this silver rush would last for nearly 40 years, starting in 1830, starting to taper off around the 1850s, and finally coming to a definitive end in the 1870s. By this point, luckily for Chile, they were able to outsource their materials into other industries, but we're not really here for Chileans' survival strategy. So what exactly is the Alicanto, and why did it lead Juan to its valuable treasure? These creatures are mid to small sized, usually flightless birds. Now, depending on what they eat, they can range from a bright, vibrant gold color to a beautiful, shimmering silver. The tips of their wings often kind of become like a oxidized copper color, like that blue. Not always oxidized, but more often than not oxidized as far as I can tell, which is so pretty. And their eyes are like vibrant. They just shine all sorts of vibrant colors, and they change colors all the time. Their beak is slightly curved and made of some extremely hard material, possibly some sort of metal, but that's just speculation on my part. Now, these creatures are nocturnal. They only come out during the night. During the daytime, they lay in their caves, which is where they live, and that is when females often lay their eggs, which are copper, silver, or gold in coloration, depending on what they eat. Now, these creatures come out at night and begin to fly around. Remember I said they're usually flightless? They fly around in search of dinner, and when they find dinner, they swoop down for the kill. What they're eating was never alive. They eat gold and silver, and possibly maybe some other precious metals, but primarily gold and silver. This is why their beak has to be incredibly strong and might be made of metal, and this is also why they are generally flightless birds, because after they eat, they become too heavy to fly. Now, this food sits in their stomach, right, and it just weighs a bunch, and so these birds have to be able to run, and run they do. After they've spent their time flying for the night, they get bored of it, they decide they're a little hungry, they swoop down to eat that metal, they begin to full-on sprint back to their homes and caves, or sometimes they even just stay outside until the morning comes, and they'll digest their food overnight, and then when the morning comes, they'll fly back to their caves. Now, whenever they do this out in the open, they're said to rest near deposits of food, or sometimes even treasure. Now, obviously, whenever this creature gets full and can no longer fly, that's the time to go hunting for them. And by hunting, I don't mean actually killing them. I've heard no accounts of people trying to actually kill these creatures, but you might want to catch it. Now I hear you violently screaming right now, why would I want to catch it? I know, calm down. Now here's the deal. Here's the little bit of folklore on it. If you see the Alicanto, your finances will be blessed. Maybe some debts you owed will just suddenly be washed away. Maybe you'll get a check in the mail from nobody. You don't know why you got it. You just have money all of a sudden. Maybe the new business venture that you set out on just suddenly becomes successful. Either way, your finances become oddly lucky. Now that's already a pretty amazing thing to happen, but if you touch it, if you just manage to lay your greasy little hands on this creature, you will immediately come into possession of a lot of wealth, as well as the compounding interest of being blessed with your finances because you also saw the creature and you touched it. They both add together. You're gonna be in possession of some money. Now, both of these are pretty amazing outcomes, right? But there's one that's even better. If you manage to follow it without it ever seeing you to its place that it decides to rest, you will find a mother lode, which is what Juan managed to do. You'll either find a mother lode or you'll find some ancient, extremely valuable treasure. Now here's the deal though. The Alicanto knows your motives. He knows what you want and what you're gonna do with the money. And so if you decide to follow him, make sure that you've got your motives in check, alright? Now honestly, if you just plan on keeping the money and doing your own selfish things with it, I would recommend taking a flashlight. If he disappears, if you no longer see him, stop trying to follow him. Just turn on your flashlight, go back home. Pray that you see another one and you can try again later. Stop following him if you stop seeing him. Now, why should you stop following? Because you will possibly die. You might straight up die. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you're gonna purposefully get lost because he is going to make you get lost. If you begin to follow the Alicanto and suddenly his wings fizzle out, he knows you're following him. And he knows you have selfish motives. He knows you're not going to be using the money for the betterment of people or just nice things. He knows you're just going to use it for whatever the frick you want to do, and it could be evil things. And so he's not going to purposefully let you get this money. Now, depending on how bad your motives are will depend on whether or not he kills you. And the way he kills you is by lighting back up here and there periodically to guide you off course into a ravine or off a cliff or something. He will just straight up take you to a cliff's edge and then he will push you off. If you're greedy, don't. Just don't even. Just, if you see him, that's good enough, okay? Maybe try to touch him, but as soon as he disappears, you best be on your way, man. However, if you have unselfish motives, if he knows that you're going to use the money in a way that betters more people than just yourself, he will directly guide you to the treasure. Even if he knows you're following him, he'll straight up just guide you there. Which is why it is of importance that that's what he did with Juan whenever he was showing him the silver rush. So by this we can tell that Juan must have had good intentions by finding this sudden abundance of wealth. Alrighty guys, what did you think of that? That was the Alicanto. Love this creature. Chilean folklore just does not ever cease to not be cool to me. I need to do an entire deep dive on this thing. I need to get into the actual mythos and like religious beliefs around Chilean folklore other than just the cryptids, because all the cryptids I'm hearing are sick as frick, and so that tells me like the mythology behind it has also got to be pretty cool. So I gotta focus on Inuit mythology first though, working on that right now, and then we will get to Chilean next, hopefully. Anyways, in the meantime, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out with the channel, and you should hit subscribe, man. I would love to see you around more often, especially if you made it to the end of the video. We just hit 125 subs. 2 days ago I hit 100 and we already gained 25. That's insane, dude. And so because of that, I'm about to do the 100 subscriber special. Actually, today, the day that this video comes up, I'm gonna stream the 100 subscriber special with people. It's gonna be a Q&A. Would love to see you there. Our goal, though, is to hit 500 subscribers by the end of 2025, and if we do that, I will go hunting for a cryptid that I once saw in an underground cave, or not cave, it's a tunnel network, which is actually where I got the name Ratman from. Spoilers! So if you want to see me do that and possibly die, go ahead and hit subscribe, man. We've also got a Discord if you'd like to join that. We've got a few active members. It's been pretty fun talking with you guys. Link will be in the description below. And comment, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you got any ideas. Give me, you like it, you not like it, you know, just whatever, man. I like hearing from you guys. And with all that said, I think that's pretty much everything, so thank you for watching. God bless. Ratman out.